Hello, welcome to the daily political tarot readings here on the Black and Orange channel. It is so good to see you. It's so great, great to be here with you. I so look forward to this every day. Thank you for being here. My mother is having a small surgical procedure today. She'll be okay, but I worry about her, and so. Prayers, any prayers you have handy, any extra prayers you have laying around, if you could send them toward my mom, I'd appreciate it. She's going to be okay, but she was because she couldn't have breakfast and she couldn't have coffee and all of that. She was shaking. Just rip my heart out. Just rip my heart out of my chest, throw it down, and stomp on it. You get around me and you're shaking. And with my Cancer moon. But anyway, she's going to be fine. We're going to be fine. Everything's going to be fine. Seriously. So I'm here to take your 12 questions. Just put your questions in the chat in all caps. Anything that's in all caps in the chat, I'll know you're talking to me. Other than that, please just type normally. People have whole conversations and are really supportive of each other. And so then I'll know when you guys are talking to each other and when you're talking to me. 10% of all income that comes from the channel goes to feedingamerica.org, which supplies food to food banks across the country. It's an ongoing thing ever since the channel was first monetized. And we have fantastic moderators who keep us safe. And if YouTube dumps comments in the chat, excuse me. If YouTube dumps comments in the chat and I miss your question, please just put it in again and put a YT right in front of it, and I'll know that YouTube cut it off earlier. I'll see if I can work it in. But if I don't get to your question, there we go. If I don't get to your question, you know, I'm here every single day. I want to say every single day. I mean every day. Holidays, weekends, weekdays, my birthday, your birthday. I'm always here. So you can come back tomorrow, and it's going to first come, first serve. And when I'm done here, I go down into the description box and the first pinned comment, and I type in all the questions from today and timestamp them. So if you're watching this on replay, you can just go in and hit the number and go straight to what you're interested in. Okay. I'm going to do shave and a haircut in a minute. Or Beethoven's Fifth or something. Okay. All right, I'm going to scroll up and look for your questions. Okay, hang on just a second. I'm going to mute this for just a second. Okay, hopefully this is working now. Okay, I've got space here for your 12 questions right there. So I'm going to scroll up. I'm going to look for your questions. Okay. Oh, J-Lo's for money, you too. Hit the like button. It does help. Thank you. And thank you for all the times you've hit the like button and all the subscribers, everything. You guys are so great. Almost at 11,000 subscribers? Who would have thought? Wow. Wow. Anyway, looking for your questions. Holly's got some good news headlines Well, not necessarily. Well, I guess it is good news, but it's she's got news headlines. Former Deputy Postmaster General Ron Stroman confirmed by Senate to the USPS Board of Governors. Tick tock to joy. Tick, 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 tick. Holly also has the news that Amber McReynolds is confirmed to serve on the USPS Board of Governors. Bye-bye, DeJoy. Bye-bye. I want to say hello from a fellow Chicagoan. Hey! I was watching that show FBI. I love that show. And there was a Chicago police officer who was on like they did like a swap, so this officer was part of the team for one episode, and just keeping it real between in New York and the differences in New York and Chicago and what have you. And she said, well, if we're keeping it real, she's a Chicagoan talking to a New Yorker. She's like, your pizza, your crust is too flat. The crust is way too flat. It's like eating a cracker with sauce on it, if we're keeping it real. And sitting here, I was like, thank you. Yes, it is. The whole point of pizza is bread. Toppings are great, but bread. Anyway. Hello, Kathy Anderson. All right. Kristen from Uncover the News, thank you for including this in. All questions for Black and Orange Tarot and Astrology are to be in all caps. First come, first serve. If YouTube dumps comments and your question is missed, add YT at the start of your question. Black and Orange is brought to you by YouTube and viewers like you. Thank you. Okay. Diania, are the Russians going to hit more major targets like the grid or nuclear energy? Look at that. Oh, Putin. For all of your conniving misuse of your intelligence and what have you, you just missed the whole point of being a leader, didn't you? It's like those memes where someone's like going like this and they've got the word joke kind of flying. It's like you totally missed the joke. Point of leadership. How he could actually effectively lead. I mean, seriously, think about Putin. If he suddenly, I mean, they'd have to trust it. Trust. This is in life in general. Trust is consistent behavior over time. So we wouldn't trust him if he suddenly did a 180. But if Putin decided to be a really good leader, good for his people, a positive player in the world, Russia would probably have even more power than it does now. But he's too dumb to realize it. Anyway, are the Russians going to hit more major targets? Okay, that will be question number 1. Thank you, Tiania. All right, 11 more slots. Bring it on. Okay, Holly's saying astrology news. Jupiter will move into Pisces this evening at 6:36 p.m., which means it's right over my Mars. It's right on the focal point of my T-square. Yeah, but Jupiter's nice. The greater beneficent. his Jupiter gives good things, and Venus is the lesser beneficent. When Venus moves over things in your chart, it's supposed to bring positive things. So should be okay. Thank you. Are you? I'm okay. I just want to mention this as well. Andre from Astrology Alert, amazing astrologer. He keeps recommending making a note of what the current aspects are. And yes, these are kitties. Yes, these are like palazzo pants, but it has like this kitty pattern on it. It's very cute. Anyway, he talks about keeping some kind of track of what's going on in your life and what's going on in astrology, and making a note of it so you can better understand and anticipate when different things happen. And I'm trying to figure out the best way to do that. Should I just pull out the other notebook, or make notes on Notion, or electronic, or analog? I'm wondering if any of you are doing something like that, because it's a really good idea. Maybe we should do it together. Compare notes. I don't know. It makes sense. Andre is really good. He's a really good astrologer. Anyway, so we'll see. Okay. Uncover the news. Kristen has a question. Will Florida or New Jersey refuse to allow the extradition of Trump if he's indicted in New York? Good luck. Let's have a look, though. Oh, Florida or New Jersey refuse. Extradition of Trump to New York. I mean, you'd think they'd try everything. They would throw absolutely everything at the wall that can be thrown at the wall. So maybe they'll, and of course Trump wants everything in front of the Supreme Court. So we'll have a look at it. That'll be number 2. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for everything, Kristen. But just the thought of it, just really. Okay. Annie, hey, good morning. Great morning. Great morning. Joel Greenberg just changed his plea to guilty. Really? When was that? This morning? Because we know he has until, some say Friday, some say Saturday. So I'm guessing it's like late Friday to come up with a plea deal, to accept a plea deal. But if he changed his plea to guilty today, we may not have to wait until tomorrow. Oh, Joel. Yes, I know I'm far too old for you to talk to. But changed his plea to guilty. Number 3. Thank you, Annie. Okay, and Shirley, will Dick Cheney help the GOP more? I heard he's not well. I'm amazed he's still alive. And I don't mean that in any negative way. I mean, the man's had a pacemaker and major heart problems for decades. But seriously, again, like, comedians started calling him Darth Vader, especially Jon Stewart. I remember that. And he took it as a point of pride. Dick Cheney. Help GOP. All right, that will be number 4. Getting it's like, whew, are those ice crystals forming and the closing in on me? Are we reading on Dick Cheney? I'll just keep turning off lights and just keep turning off lights until you can actually see my features. Okay. Thank you for your good thoughts from my mom. I really appreciate it. Okay. Oh, Kristen has Ghoulaine Maxwell news. Multi-millionaire Ghoulaine Maxwell demands. Is that a typo, or is she really demanding $13.70 in legal costs from her accuser? Okay, I got it. I'm going to lose all these questions if I jump to the current. We'll check in with Ghoulaine. Despise her with a passion. Anyway, Lynn, will there be a change soon to the policy of charging or indicting a sitting president? You guys have the best questions. That's a good. They're all good, but that's a good change soon to DOJ policy not indicting a sitting president. That'll be number 6. Interesting, Lynn. Thank you. Hello, Mims. Thank you, Rob. Oh, do. Hello, Brian. Fi, I wonder what the name of the new party will be. Yeah, I've been wondering that myself. But it seems like if there's a new... I'm not getting there's going to be an actual split. But this is very, very much in the news. And when we get to question 7, you'll have to share any suggestions for what they should name the new party. But when we get to number 7, keep your powder dry until question 7. I'll have to think of some things. Okay. Hello. Interesting. Kristen has some news. Pelosi warns private firms should reject hackers' demands for ransoms hours after reports emerge of the colonial payment. Okay. Mims is saying you're our birthday present, Otto. Happy birthday to all of our May birthday peeps. Absolutely. All the Taurians in the house. Happy birthday. Okay. All right. Good. Okay. So it just definitely... it definitely just jumped. I didn't know where I am. Okay, it may have cut off some things here. Chris is asking, New York AG says indictments are coming soon for Trump. Soon? When did Vance say this? Oh, no, that's Leticia James. NYAG is Leticia James. Vance is Manhattan. But if it says indictments are coming, I thought she was only doing civil stuff. I'm confused. Coming soon. I'm definitely confused. Okay, but number 8, we'll work it out. Thank you, Chris. Linda. Representative. Oh, I'm sorry, Linda. I can't. It may question may have been cut off, or I might have. I'm afraid clarifying something later on without directly explaining what it was originally. I'm shuffling so much information. I don't know what that refers back to. I'm sorry. Leslie, was Trump using his failed coup on Venezuela for practice? Number 9 was Trump using failed on Venezuela for practice. I don't think so, but let's have a look. Let's see what comes up. Let's see. Thank you, Leslie. Thank you. Raslin reads, carbs, please. Oh, I'm with you. Charles, is Joe Manchin on some kind of pseudo power trip? He did it to Biden again on voting rights. He's awful. He's awful. Basically, what he is at least he's willing to call himself a Democrat because it allows Schumer to stay in power in choosing in the committee heads. So deciding what gets done in the committees, and Schumer's able what gets brought to the floor of the Senate. It gives Schumer that power too. So, but that's all. Expect nothing else from Manchin. He's a Republican. He is a Republican. He calls himself a Democrat, and thank heavens, it's given. But expect nothing more than that from him. And I just keep my fingers crossed that he stays saying he's a Democrat, or then we're really sunk. But expect nothing from Manchin. Thank you for the question, Charles. Okay. Angelica, will the NRA fail more? Will the NRA fail more? And not in the nice, if you fail more, fail harder, to go for your dreams. No, just fail. Just NRA fail. Oh no, Katie, just broke my toilet. Trying to install a new toilet seat. Now I need a whole new oh man. Neptune must be doing something really funky. I lost hot water in my bath, in my shower, and then yesterday there was this big leak downstairs, and your toilet just broke. And that wily Neptune. Okay, I'm sorry. All right. Mims, I don't see it happening with Putin. Yeah, I agree. I know. He's not going to suddenly grow an actual non-paranoid brain, become a decent human being. But Ewat, what is Greenberg's most likely outcome tomorrow? R.E. Gaetz. Shirley's also saying Greenberg has pleaded guilty. So I'm guessing that just happened today. Greenberg's most likely outcome. Well, we can loop that into number 3. Most likely outcome. Let's say this weekend, because that could include Friday. Like, what's going to happen? So, oh, you guys like the kitty. Thank you. Notebook. Note on the notebook, says Mims. Okay, we could do that. B. Smith, lunar journaling is a good place to start. Do you do that? Do you have a notebook, a specific notebook? Do you buy a specific notebook? Are you just kind of doing? I do a kind of bullet journal type thing in general. And let me know, please. Electra, for sure, Florida will block the extradition. we're going to see. We're going to see. It's on here. It's on here. Number 2. Okay. So thank you, Electra. Jane, what notebook note? To track what's going on with the transits, where the planets are, how they're affecting you. So you get used to knowing how it's like, oh, this is going to be over here, or this is going to hit that. So likely is like a weather report. It's like, oh, okay, so this is likely to be turbulent, or this might be easier, or I'm tired today, but I should have some more energy in a few days because Mars is going to be right here. You just start tracking what's going on with you and the planets, and so you can start really getting advantage on getting your sea legs of, okay, all right, I got it. Vicky, maybe Andre could help us with the journaling idea. Let's ask him. I'll ask him. Let me see. Ask Andre. Ask Andre about journaling idea. I also want to ask him about if he uses solar arcs or progressions, or neither, or both. Neither, both. All right. Yeah, we'll have to ask him, get some better information so we can so our lives can get better. This is how you can improve your own life and allow things to happen better in your own life. Yeah. Anyway. Okay. Mims. Woohoo! Greenberg guilty? Oh, yes. Well, we know we don't know. From what we've heard, we assume he's guilty. But Lynn's here. Will there be a change soon to the policy of charging and indicting sitting president? I've got that. Got that down. Ewat, but is he going to cooperate with the feds? Whom? I'm sorry, Ewat. Who are we talking about? Sorry. Takes me a while to get down to where I should be here. Okay. Jane, and what about Matt Gaetz then? Yes, I think that's looping into this weekend. What happens to Gaetz then? All right, so if we've got Greenberg online there, so I'll make sure I link those two. I've got space for one more question. All right. And Crystal. Hey, Crystal Tarot Apothecary. Will Trump face justice before July? I don't know. I don't know if I want to read on that. Would you forgive me, Crystal, if I didn't read on that today? Because it's kind of depressing. I'm kind of enjoying the idea that Gaetz might actually be facing justice this weekend. And the thought that if it tells me no, we'll look at it tomorrow. How about that? I'll put it down first thing tomorrow. 2-1-0-5-14, Friday. Number 1. Will Trump face justice before July 2021? All right, that'll be number 1 tomorrow. I've got it right there. We're just going to focus on the. I'm going to try to focus on the positive today. And Autumn, your mother will be fine. She's a strong woman. Yes, she is. Thank you. I appreciate that. Linda says if I disappear again, it's because my phone's having tech issues. Oh, I'm sorry. That's awful. Mims, I'm not sure Ghoulaine is in any position to demand anything. Well, if she's demanding $13.70, if that wasn't a typo, that's got to be a typo. Sorry, I just... Anyway, thank you, Lynn. Holly's saying Jupiter in Pisces is suspend your expectations, play the long game, be open to what's happening, unless you're getting sucked into something unhealthy. But wait to see how it all shakes out. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Oh, no. That's right. You're supposed to be holding on to those good ideas for the name of the Dune party until question 7. We'll get there. Make a note of what you said, but we'll get there. All right. Got it down. All right. John, will DeSantis prevent Trump from being extradited? Okay. We will definitely look at that. That's number 2. And whoops. All right. It just jumped. Where am I? Oh. Somebody's birthday was yesterday. I'm sorry, I don't understand. Kashmir, will Don McGann answer questions from Congress truthfully, or will he even answer at all? Oh, okay. Don McGann. Sorry about the phone. It is not mine. Don McGann. Answer questions from Congress truthfully, or even at all. Okay, and so we're good. We've got our questions for today. Okay, it is all right. Excellent. I have cards. I'm just going to use good old faithful here. And all right. So I've got my 12 questions for today, and uncover the news. Not a typo. Ghoulaine Maxwell has sent a woman who claims the multimillionaire British socialite groomed her for sexual abuse a $13.70 bill for legal costs, not a typo. $13.70 legal bill to victim. Whoop, that puzzle will be number 5. Yeah, exactly, Electra. What lawyer costs $13? That's like 5 minutes of work, something. Oh, Kristen saying the Colonial paid hackers almost $5 million in ransom. Oh, jeez. Man. Brutal. Yeah. Anyway. But we're starting with Russians. So at 34:30, thank you for being here today. You know what? It's okay now, Autumn. We now know Greenberg flipped. So did that happen this morning? Sorry, I've missed it if you guys have been answering me. Yeah, Mims, 12 seconds of lawyering, $13. The lawyer went, I wonder. Okay, $13 bill. All right, Russians. All right, Putin, you moron. You have huge assets abilities, resources. You could be great, and instead you decide to be a monster. For what? Anyway, Putin, you idiot. Are the Russians going to hit more major targets? Like the grid? Or nuclear? That's right. $13 and no fries with that? Thief. Well, getting ransomware morons, hackers to do the dirty work does save, I guess, direct lines to Russia, but we know it's Russia. Oh, Kristen, news source to my question. Palm Beach actively planning for possible Trump indictment. Oh, we'll get there. For right now, we're going to look at Putin. Thank you. Thank you. Four of swords. 4 of wands. 9 of wands. 10 of pentacles. High priestess. They're not going to do anything to stop them. The as far as are Russians going to hit more major targets, like the grid or the nuclear, it's thieves, and just let the thieves do their thing. Give them safe haven. That's what I'm getting for that, for the money. And especially in America, but in other places in the world who think everything's great, leave them feeling attacked. Into the secrets. So are the ransomware idiots, are they going to hit the electrical grid? Or it's very hard. My understanding, I could be wrong, but my understanding is the nuclear stuff especially has redundancies on top of redundancies. But Karen, did 45 give his cyber code to Russia? Wait, I'm getting confused. Which question am I going to answer first? The hackers, are they going to hit the grid, nuclear, bigger targets, worse targets, equally bad targets? Are they going to succeed? There's a lot. There's movement to things going into place. Right now, actively, this has been a wake-up call, and so there's active countermeasures being put out in place. It feels like at major things like to do with the power grid or other places, but it's also hubs of the internet itself, parts of the internet itself that are coming into the U.S. are they're doing something to where it all comes in before it goes back out in the U.S. They're monitoring. They're doing something to try to stop this kind of thing from happening. 4 of Pentacles, 5 of Wands, Ace of Truth. Ace of Truth. Ace of Swords, Sword of Truth. Ace of Truth. If A equals B and B equals C, then A equals... Anyway. They're trying to get money, causing chaos every time they try. Yeah, I'm just getting, I don't know if it's specifically the NSA. I don't know if whoever else it is who would be protecting this American cyber world. They're all just ramping up. It feels like they're going to get more funding there, and they are just really, I mean, it's like that far beneath war footing. Just whoosh. Also feels like there are some I don't know why I'm being drawn to this. Are there like hackers who would otherwise, American hackers who would otherwise be really awful, who are going to be recruited and actually like be reformed because they're protecting the country? I don't know why I'm feeling like I should ask this. And join mess they made. Thieves working together. Yeah. This is actually going to reform some otherwise really nasty hackers. And we're going to have a much better life because they're going to have the cause of protecting the country. That's kind of nice. I don't know why I felt like I should read on that, but there it is. Okay, and then we get into the Trump garbage. Reform hackers. Okay, there's that. There's did Trump give Putin access? Either codes, access codes, or access a person who had access. 43. Let's have a look at that. Because then we're going to look at Trump being extradited. Mims, getting into your Trump garbage, put on your waders. Exactly. Mm-hmm. Yes. All right, so did Trump give Putin access codes, access information? Did Trump first thing I get is Trump is he's too dumb. He's dumb as a post. But it's like, well, they could imply that they want something, and it's like those old jokes that the framework of the joke is God said blank, you thought he said blank, and you got 1,000 of them. That kind of joke. It's Putin said access codes, you thought he said whatever, and Putin ends up with this is my angry face. That's why Putin was stringing Trump along. The longer he was able to string Trump along with promise of towers and stuff and money and being a billionaire and an oligarch type and stringing him along, because the more that Trump was fed this lie, the more amenable he was to helping Putin. Fruits of labor. Here's a celebration. Oh, look, there's a tower. Republicans have access to the fruits of labor. Codes, access to information, contracts, and you promise them the moon, you promise them the whole world. The rest of their life is going to be one big party. And it damages the U.S. It's not just Trump. Some of it's just insidious. Some of it is traitors, treasonous. What levels are we talking about here? Traitors, treasonous. Because Trump is so easily manipulated. Oh my gosh. Helen Sweet is saying Trump is as dumb as a bag of packing peanuts. Yes, he is. And just as good for the environment. Lies. Trump was so easy to manipulate. So easy to manipulate. Because he was desperate for money. He's always desperate for money. And he always thinks he's going to turn it around. He's about to just turn it around. Everything's going to be fine. But it's been going for decades. Cause more strife. Take over the Republican Party and make them fight for Russian stuff. So are people going to get in trouble for being traitors? Am I about to lose all of my faith in humanity? Let's see. Yeah, remember those t-shirts? I'd rather be Russian than a Democrat. Moon card for the reading. Howling at the Moon. I'm just going to turn these cards over and see what I've got here. Okay, well, someone's going to get in trouble for traitorous, treasonous information, the amount of information they gave to Russia, the amount of access they gave to Russia. But it's uncovered legally when somebody flips. Somebody's facing going up the river for a long time. They've got all of these swords in their boat, their leaking boat, as they're being sent up the river. They're going to a very nasty legal end. So they flip. They work with Democratic Knights protecting the realm. Big judgment, which leads to aggressive law enforcement against others and getting the poison out of the well. But is it like the big fish, like Trump, Kushner, McConnell? Big ugly fish. like that. That would be a 10 of swords. They don't think they did much. Just a little bit. Just a little. What's the big deal? And they're like that moron who yesterday was saying January 6th insurrection, it was Taurus. We're walking peacefully between the velvet rope lines, and there wasn't an insurrection. We barricaded the door and everything was fine. It wasn't a bad thing. Maybe a message, but it causes not just aggressive law enforcement, but chariot level capital letters. There's all kind of stuff coming, but it doesn't feel like it's imminent. It feels like it comes out because of like other cases have to move forward, and then that causes an opening with this, and then that gets, so it's the energies, it feels kind of far off as far like a year or two or whenever. I mean, it feels like it's out there. But I have some major arcana cards going here, and they're ugly. Oh, thank you, Gerardo. Thank you. Okay. So, at 52, we will look at Florida and New Jersey. All right, we'll start with, okay, Florida, New Jersey. I'll do it alphabetically. Are Florida or New Jersey going to refuse to extradite Trump to New York? Really? Florida, man. Are you really going to? I've got this mental image of a man. I don't know who it is, but there's somebody in New York who's just he's going like this. At the hang on, breaking news. Speaker Pelosi says that Representative Green's decision to scream at Representative Ocasio-Cortez outside the House chamber is behavior that may need to be investigated by the House Ethics Committee. Green is out of control. And she's a human troll. Anyway. Florida. Back to Florida, shall we? You're going to... oh, there's some icky swamp water here. Woo, man. I feel like to dunk my head in swamp water. Get off me, scum. You unfoul scum. All right, New Jersey. You're going to refuse to extradite Trump. I'm getting like a whole empty. I've got crickets over on the energy for New Jersey. So many charges. Oh, so many charges. Ooh, ugly energy again. Many charges. Let's look at New Jersey first. Message, insult to injury, disappointment. It's all minor arcana. Some legal pushback, but this feels like small potatoes. And cover the news. Kristen saying Florida and New Jersey both have laws that Republican governors can stop extradition. Oh, I imagine they could. Polly wanted, is Florida still part of the United States? Yes. I'm teasing. My aunt and my uncle live there, and they're wonderful people. And as blue as the day is long. All right, Florida. You can try to block any extradition. Oh, thank you, Thelma. That is very sweet. That is very sweet. Hello, Canada. Hello from Chicago. That's the plan. We'll find a loophole, but it feels like there are big holes in their plans. There's so much, so many charges, indictments, so many, and they just keep coming. Because it's Florida where Trump is, that's where he's a resident of Florida, to my understanding. Elector, I'm from Florida. There are good people who live here. Oh yeah, I know that. I said, like I said, my aunt and uncle live in Florida, and they are fantastic. But you know, we can joke about the flaws in our different cities and states, and it's not like Chicago has no history of corruption or organized crime. Here, no. Shootings, renaming our tallest building to the name of an English company. Anyway. Oh, that's the plan. So, Florida, you're going to Kristen saying Trump Summers at the New Jersey property. Yes, I understand that, and he might be there, but he's a legal resident of Florida for what it's worth. Hello, Aronson. Prowan, Florida is special. Only there can you use an alligator as both a decoration and a melee weapon. DeSantis. I thought I recognized your foul stench. Teresa, I'm becoming offended. Oh, goodness. About what? Oh, please don't be offended. This is a nice place. Thank you, Pamela. Thank you. That is very kind. I appreciate that. Thank you. I'll sit here and talk about bad things about Chicago if you want. I still love it. It's still where my family is. And we still have better pizza. Just to really stir things up. All right. Florida may try to block some things and may succeed at some things, but it's not going to be everything. Okay. 8 of Swords, Hierophant, Queen of Wands, Tower, 3 of Cups. The plan is to try, the Republicans in Florida to try, but there's so much coming against Trump and trying, and the state, the institution is politically wedded to Trump very strongly. But I'm going to guess it doesn't work, because then Trump gets the Tower and there's celebration of Democrats. So they're going to try, and they're going to lose in a big way. Bigly. Okay. Pam, Lauren Boebert's from my state of Colorado. You can't do much worse than that. Well, where's Marjorie Taylor Greene from? Paula, I'm a Dem in deep red West Virginia. I know how it feels to be a blue dot in a red sea. Oh, yeah. So, we're all in this together. We're all in this together. We're still fighting the good fight. Georgia, Georgia, Georgia. Are you guys all from Georgia? You just happened to answer at the same time? Michelle, I have my own embarrassment. Jim Jordan. Oh, Ohio. Yes. (101) Oh, now we're really getting into the ick. But ick with potentially happy ending-ish. Yeah. Oh, Taylor Greene's from Georgia? That's what that was about? Oh. Pamela, did you get my super sticker? I can't see the super stickers through. I can see that you donated, but let me have a look. If I go here, if I load this, if I mute this, I should be able to check the chat. And thanks for being you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. All right. So at 102, here we go. Joel Greenberg. I never thought I would be happy to say the name of such scum of the earth. Rotten human being. A boil on the rear end of humanity. And all right, Joel Greenberg. So did he plead guilty this morning? Because the talk was that he had until Friday or Saturday. Some people say Friday, some people say Saturday. So I'm assuming it was like Friday night at midnight or something to agree to a plea deal if he was going to. So did it come out this morning? And so they went to the judge and he pleaded guilty. And I know the official way to say it is pleaded, but it's everything I can do to not say pled. Isn't pled the past tense of pleaded? If you plead for your life, I pled for my life. Pled for my life? Pleaded for my life? Is it one of those gray words where it's like, it's mostly this, but sometimes some people in some areas use that? It doesn't matter. Anyway, he has a plea deal set to be heard next Monday. Says Cool Ant. Okay. Shirley's saying he had until the 15th. Okay. Mim say I vote for pled. It makes sense. Yeah, Paul, they keep changing the English language. Language. So frustratingly fluid. Anyway. Thank you, Pamela. So when you say that he has pleaded guilty, is that today? Kristen has breaking news. Manhattan DA prosecutors subpoenaed an elite Manhattan private school as part of its investigation into Trump. Somebody's going to have to explain that one to me. Anyway, Joel Greenberg. All right, you guys, you don't seem to have any. Hang on. All right, let me go look it up then, because Joel Greenberg expected to plead guilty in Monday hearing. Gaetz allied Joel Greenberg's change of plea hearing set for Monday. Will plead guilty. So change of plea hearing has been scheduled for Monday. So that's what happened today. So chances are, link in Twitter. Okay, well, whew. All right, so Joel, so if he's already got this thing scheduled for Monday to change his, thank you, Kristen, if he's changing his plea, the guilty, the hearing's on Monday, then he's agreed to a plea deal, right? Okay, Joel Green. Oh, he's still a scumbag. Just reached out for his energy, and it's like, oh, yeah, still a scumbag. Whew, cool aunt. He was going to plead not guilty, but cut a deal, and we won't know the details until Monday. Fair enough. Oh, Brewin, they're reportedly examining whether tuition payments for the Trump Organization CFO broke the laws. Oh. There's kind of a resignation feeling. I'm not even getting a panic. I think there has been a deal because there's a sense of, well, it's done now. It's almost like, let's just get it over with. Yeah, I mean, and then I get some panic and I get some worry. My muscles feel like they're tightening up in stress, but there's this, the energy just, like he knows what's going to happen now. He knows exactly what's going to happen. Let's just get this over with. It's gonna hurt Gaetz. The energy is just, it's he was living the life. He was also massively abusing his position, and suddenly he's looking at a really nasty future and being out in the cold and being in prison. Had to, whatever it takes to that's the thing about scumbags. They don't tend to be very generous towards others because they're scumbags. They protect themselves, and he has no reason to protect anybody else. He knows what he was facing. There was no way. I mean, Matt Gaetz' father wasn't going to save Greenberg and couldn't anyway. Thank you, Watcher. So, yeah, he'll testify. He doesn't know if the jury will believe him. They'll have to get corroborating information, of course, but they seem to have it. The energy feels very flat. Oh, no worries, Pamela. Energy feels really flat. Yeah, Pamela, it is. It's draining. It's just like... So, all right. So then the question is, at 110, what happens to Gaetz? What happens to Gaetz? All right, let me get out of Greenberg's energy. Where are you? Okay. Going back, it's like back up into the panic energy. And Gaetz he's getting a lot of white lies from lawyers and family. He's getting a lot of white lies from family. It'll be okay. It'll be okay. It'll be all right. So he's trying to accept that, but he's also feeling panicked. So what happens to Gaetz? Oh, and Gaetz is swearing at Greenberg, swearing at him. He broke the bro code, kind of. Gaetz is, God, gosh. His debauchery is only challenged by his stupidity. I'm for money. Daddy will save me. Strength. 10 of Swords. 8 of Wands. 7 of Cups. Knight of Swords. And I'm sorry if I said any of those incorrectly. Let me try turning this on. What's up? Light's getting a bit weird. Meh. Oh, Bev, I'm so sorry. Every day I try and watch you and it buffers the whole time. Oh, I'm sorry. Sometimes if you go down to the gear, where there's a gear, you can lower the number of where it says P and lower it to like 480 or sometimes that helps because it's taking less to get it. It lowers the quality, so the file size is easier, so it won't, in theory, maybe. I don't know. Okay, here's the thing. Matt Gaetz. I was going to say something and I completely forgot what it was. 13:30. Okay. Daddy will fix it. Daddy is currently lying to you. White lies. You'll be fine. Everything will be fine. Everything will be fine. But women willing to come forward, willing to stand up, and Gaetz so on the defensive and very small. But he's going to try to lie. But here's the thing: if you listen to what Gaetz has been saying, and to some extent what it's being reported Greenberg was saying. I know NBC News hasn't been able to get hold of the letter, but some reporters have been able to get hold of Greenberg's letter, and it says various things, but it doesn't make sense. But they're going to try to say, well, we had no idea she was 17. We had no idea. She was using a fake ID. Well, they were offered fake IDs. And here's the thing. If they took her to an island, if they took her to these places in the Caribbean, she'd need a passport. How did she get a passport? And how are you going on a trip with somebody like that that you've invited, that you're helping pay, that you're paying the cost for, and you don't actually know how old they are? Really? I'm not feeling a jury buying that at all. I'm really not. Bahamas. Oh, there we go, Pamela. Thank you. I'm not feeling a jury buying this at all. Because how often do you or I or people on a jury, how often do they just get on a plane and go to the Bahamas or wherever? Not very. When you do go you go with a group of people? Do you go with a group of people you don't know very well? Do you go with a group of really young people and that you are having intimate relations with who you don't actually know for a fact how old they are? Oopsies. No. This is a jury saying no. You're okay. So is this going to happen quickly? Is this going to happen to Gaetz quickly, or like next week? Is Gaetz going to get the little handcuff shuffle? Well, a minor needs parent signature to get a passport. Surely, tour group. Most tour groups aren't just you and a bunch of young college age kids who you're having intimate relations with. Yeah. So next week, oh, I just felt my wrist come together. Like, really? Gaetz is maybe this weekend, next week. Really? I don't care that he's playing the victim. Oh, woe is me. All I did was all this awful stuff. But it's cancel culture. Please. Doesn't matter how close he is to his family. When he gets arrested, when he gets arrested, he's on his own. You are alone. You are alone. Your family can help you, but they're not with you. They're not you. They're not. He's isolated, and we are going to see this play out. And there will finally be movement toward justice for the women this happened to, because a lot of them talk about with Greenberg how they were pressured to take drugs, pressured to drink, pressured to do physical things that I'm not interested in. So this is soon. This is soon. This does not, I have trouble believing any, it's like, finally, will they do something to someone here? But this insult to injury, oh yeah, this is him going around the country saying stupid stuff. Yeah, going around the country saying stupid stuff on the defensive, legally. Boom. He's already on the defensive, but this is Yeah, you're done. You're done. And you're done soon. Good. All right. 1, 20, 30. One of my favorite Jon Stewart jokes of all time is just an aside, just a little thingy. He said, I'm not saying that every time Dick Cheney walks through a room, 5 days later all the plants die. I love that. Dick Cheney, I don't think I've ever read on you. Will he help the GOP more? Dun, 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 dun. He does not approve of the way his daughter has been treated. Of course, that makes sense. Insult to injury, justice, star, death, Ace of Cups. I don't know if his daughter wants his advice, but he has advice. Do not mess with these people. You think you're tough. Then you make the Cheneys mad. And the enemy of my enemy is... It's going to be pleasant to watch. I wouldn't say my friend, but enemy of my enemy, this will be pleasant to watch. But I don't know that Dick Cheney can do that much, but I can see him. He's on the phone. Yeah, he's on the phone. But he wants to right the balance. As in, give me those scales. The star, getting the poison out of the well, death. Jeez. So is there anything you can do? There isn't a lot. But he has friends. Holly Coleman, Dick Cheney is January 30th, 1941. Aquarius Sun, Virgo rising, Pisces moon. Pisces moon just kills me. Every sign has a good and a bad side. She said as a Scorpio who's heard it all. Aquarius Sun, Virgo rising, Pisces moon. Well, the thing about Pisces is that it's not only the sign ruled by Neptune, where it's a sign of art and spirituality. It's also a sign of institutions. It's the spirituality of Yahshua of Nazareth, and then they built this massive institution of a church. Same thing, same sign. And those institutions can be used in some dark ways. The Catholic Church has just a little bit to answer for. Just a little. Oh, you hurt his daughter. See, he's, as far as him being able to affect, like, us out here, yeah. Being able to affect Democrats, but him being able to affect other Republicans. Judgment. There's evidence you were there. He will burn your house down with the lemons. Well, thank you, Dick Cheney. I've never read on you before, not that I remember. And yeah, I don't think he's going to be helping the GOP that much. He's bigly mad. He's bigly mad. Okay. 126.30. Ghoulaine Maxwell. He sent one of her victims. Do I have to say alleged? Alleged victims? It said sent one of her alleged victims a legal bill for $13.70. That's like, what? The victim took a pad of paper and a pencil from her lawyer's office or something. $13.70. Really? What the? I'm with you, Pamela. What the? Okay, so she thinks she's all that. She thinks she can manipulate. Mims, $13.70 is a code for something. Oh, you think so? Hang on. Let's see. Let's see what. Here, let me close this door. Hello, good pal. How are you doing, Pumpkin? Hello, good Pumpkin. You're okay. You gonna come in? You gonna come in? You gonna stay out? It's up to you. Oh, my lights are just not working with me today here. Let's try this. Here we go. It'll work. All right. So, Ghoulaine Maxwell has sent one of her alleged victims a bill for $13.70. Thank you, Gerardo. She thinks she's got strategy, she's got power, she's so awful. She's in jail. She's in prison. Empress. 6 of Swords. 7 of Cups. 3 of Swords. Mims, lights at the ceiling for indirect lighting works. Oh, interesting. Thank you. I'm trying to get your idea there of is it some kind of code? She's going to prison for a long time. And she is an absolute she's an absolute predator. Thelma's asking, what's the question? We're asking about Ghoulaine Maxwell, who sent one of her alleged victims a legal bill for $13.70. And no, that's not a typo. Makes no sense. Ghoulaine Maxwell, Epstein's procurer. And one of the reasons that he was able to get all of this young women is because she was a woman. And so these girls were more likely to trust that that'd be okay because she was around. She's a predator. But the idea, is it some kind of code? Teresa Ford, people are worried that that means that Ghoulaine Maxwell knows her address. It wouldn't go through it wouldn't go directly. It would go through the victim's lawyer. The lawyer would send it through. It doesn't mean Maxwell would get her address. She's still trying to obfuscate. She's still trying to lie. She's absolutely not wanting to just lay all her cards on. It's like, fine, look, you here, I'll just lay all the cards on. This is what I did. This is what happened. Leniency because I'm cooperating. I'm telling you everything. No, she is hiding, lying, what have you. And it's going to legally take her down. I mean, that's not only legal swords through the heart. That's a storm. And she begins and ends in prison. Her victims will be able to recover, which is good. Feisty Butterfly Tarot. 1370 is a penal code criminal process. Criminal process, is it resume? $1370 criminal code. You'll have to tell me. It's not coming up for mental competence also, 1370. $1370. Here we go. I'll share it. Share screen. Chrome tab. Criminal code. We'll just do this rather than open up the whole thing. If the defendant is found mentally competent, the criminal process shall resume. Trial on the offense charge or hearing on the alleged violation shall proceed. Judgment may be pronounced. So it's a signal about being mentally competent. That sounds like a signal. Knight of Swords, aggressive law enforcement, temperance, legal choices, Chariot. Mims, I'm not buying that that's what the 1370 refers to. Oh, I understand. I understand. And I don't know that it is, but there was some temperance, but this is there may be, maybe not that specific, but there may be some signal in this. There's something about law enforcement. Big, my lowercase, uppercase, legal decision to for both law enforcement, aggressive, the most aggressive law enforcement on small scales and big scales. Minor arcana, major arcana, things were temperate. Didn't seem so bad. Hello, Andre. Hello from Astrology Alert. Hello, hello. I was talking about you earlier. Good things. That is very odd. So anyway, I don't know that I can get any more on that, but I'll have to revisit it. Anyway, okay. Let me see if I can zip through some of these other questions. 137. Will there be a change soon in Department of Justice policy about not indicting a sitting president? Andre, I was going to send you an email later as I'm shuffling here. I was going to send you an email later because I had a question. You would talk so convincingly about tracking astrology and transits and how things are affecting your chart and keeping a journal. And so getting an understanding of how the things happening are going to affect you so you can even predict in future like best days for things and having an idea what's going to happen and certainly learning a lot from it. But I was wondering, do you keep a physical journal? Do you have a notebook, or is it better to, electronic journal? Is there a calendar? I was just wondering if there was anything like that you use particularly. Because a couple of people were showing some interest. I was certainly showing them interest, and so other people were interested when I talked about it. Also, I personally was wondering if you use solar arcs or progressions or neither or both, which you prefer, because I know different astrologers use different things. So here you go, just came to hang out, and here I am bombarding you with questions. Thank you for all your generosity and your epic knowledge of astrology. Thank you. All right. 138.30. Will they soon change the DOJ policy that you cannot indict a sitting president? Oh, there's fear of changing it right now because they want to hold Trump accountable for some of the things he did before, like toward the end of Biden's time in office. They might. But right now, there's this real reticence because the Republicans would jump all over it. Queen of Cups. This is okay. This is the current administration, and it's just like stable, steady. Oh, astrology progressions first, solar arc second. Thank you. Okay. 9 of Swords. Strength, 3 of Cups. They don't want to change things right now, but they want the justice system overall to work, and then they'll maybe open up the Republican floodgates. That's what I'm getting. Okay. All right. 140. Okay. All right, everybody. I asked you to keep your powder dry until question 7. We're at question 7. Any suggestions for the name of the new right-wing party? Name for the new party. There's talk. I know it was 150 moderate Republicans were talking about potentially leaving the party. But what's potential names for the new party? We had the this rat suggested Lincoln Logs. That's cute. Uncover the News Rhino Party. Electra, good name would be We Still Suck. I love you guys. Oh, man. All right, the idea of this new party. Elizabeth as Cold-Hearted Lugnuts. Vicky, the Rat Pack. Stacy, Washington Sheen. Cool Aunt Lincoln Party. There we go. Ewat, new name, same old party. Oh, I love that, Dave. Gun totin'. Oh my gosh, that was good. Mims Lemmings Anonymous. That's right. Are we there yet? Are we there yet party? David Geezer Gang. I knew you would not disappoint. Teresa, the corporate party. Yeah. Paula, rich folks. Jayla, I like that one. Bell, party poopers. I'm dying. Oh, Lord. Surely the conservatives of no man's land. Oh, Andre is suggesting if they're clever, they'll call themselves the New Democrats. This rat that wears my teeth party. Teresa, the haves. Supposed to the have-nots. Oh my gosh. Yeah, their party is in disarray. A little bit. Oh my gosh, I'm dying. Oh. All right. The Six of Swords. 9 of Pentacles. 6 of Wands. I'll explain what this means in a minute. Page of Wands, Ace of Cups. This is the aftermath of the insurrection. It's a lot of people who are going to be going to jail. And this whole insurrection thing was a real game changer. The Republicans, they felt like, okay, we're one party, but this whole Trump claiming victory over the party is, we're not going to be the messenger of Trump. And ultimately, it's Democrats over here who are eating popcorn and being like, I don't like seeing people in pain. I don't like seeing turmoil, but you did this to yourselves. We kind of told you this would happen back when you embraced Trump back then, and you didn't listen. Guess what's happened? So we're just like, yeah. But they don't want to be the messenger for Trump. But I haven't. This is damaging, and to the part, and it's going to get even more damaging because the Republican Party is tightening their links to the man and the people who are about to be just legally trounced on. Stacy, the Suicide Squad. Ah, Barb, Fox, fat old xenophobes. Oh, see, you guys are still going with really great names. The Snakes in the Grass is Desrat. I like Dave's. The Delusionarians. Thelma, Liars Are Us. Oh, I'm so sorry if I've missed yours. Those are good. Those are really good. So they're actually going to split. Cool at the Know Nothing Party. Yeah, we've had that. Let me see here. Are they really going to split? That's a yeah energy. That's okay. Hang on. On the defensive, Trump energy on the defensive, refusal to work with the Democrats. That's going to be what they have in common. And Republican rabble rousing. I'm not seeing like King of Pentacles. We are going to do our thing. We are going to be great. No, they're just Trump on the defensive because of their own dumb stuff. And this is, well, what we have in common is we don't work with those libs. Own the libs. I love these names, but Pants on Fire. Who said that? I want to give you guys credit. Teresa Ford, 50s are us. I like that. Kashmir, Pants on Fire. That was good. Oh, and I'm just melting the hypocrisy clan. Enjoy Life, Patriot Party. Yeah, see, I would if it was the MAGA side breaking off, it would be Freedom Party, Patriot Party, something stupid. Well, Anti-Environment Party, yeah. Yes, the Know Nothing Party. Yeah, it is an actual thing. It was an actual thing. Yeah. You guys are so funny. All right. This is interesting. 148. New York AG, which would be Leticia James, says indictments are coming soon for Trump. I'm confused. Matter of fact, I was going to look this up. Indictments. Oh my gosh, I didn't make that regular size. Oh, yeah. Okay, reset. Okay, there we go. Any news? Politico Playbook, how Palm Beach is prepping for the event in the event of an indictment. Potential Trump indictment moves closer with McGann agreeing to testify to Congress. Well, I don't know where. Yeah, it didn't make sense to me because J Lo, yeah, exactly. Leticia James is I thought she just had civil cases, and it was Manhattan DA who was doing criminal. Pamela, oh no, Autumn has her serious face back on. So who says indictments are coming? Did somebody mean Manhattan? I'm confused. You could look at both. Look at Leticia James. We'll look at Cy Vance. Let's do that. 150. Cy Vance. Okay, let's have a look. Leticia James, Cy Vance. Going to be bringing any indictments against Trump? True, yes. Going to be bringing any indictments against the Trump clan soon. Oh, yes. Mims says I have to put the kettle on. Be right back. Oh, could I have an Earl Grey, please? Thank you. Sun card. Ta-da! It's going to come out. Leticia James. 10 of Swords. 10 of Wands. 7 of Wands. These are cards of it's done, it's ready. This is maybe trying to get more people to flip on something, trying to get people from the world, this Trump world. They're on the defensive, trying to get them to cooperate. But all this other stuff is done. All of this is done. They're just trying to get some people to cooperate. All right, Vance. 5-year-old gray hide. Yes, please. Twinings, preferably, but I'm not picky. Vance. Trump stirring whatever pot. 5 of Cups. Chariot. Ooh. Law enforcement. Coming quickly. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. This is all small potatoes. This is trying to muddy the waters. This is trying to, I'm not going to work with this. I'm not going to, whatever, disappointment. You can have this. You can't have that. We're going to go out and run our mouths and talk about how it's all political, blah, 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 blah. Boom. Chariot. Major arcana, capital letter, law enforcement. Boom. So they're both looking pretty hopeful. Fast moving. I agree, Pamela. Yep. That's right. Here comes the judge. Yes. 153. Let's do 153. Let's do Don McGann. Oh, I've been yammering too much today. It's been 2 hours. Okay. Don McGann. So apparently Don McGann blew off Congress. I'm not going to answer your questions. I'm not going to work with you. But he's being called back to Congress to answer questions from Congress. Will he answer truthfully this time, or will he just blow it all off, or will he lie, or? Don McGann. Didn't he have kind of a mullet? Am I thinking of the right guy? Don McGann gonna blow off Congress again? Oh boy. King of Pentacles. Oh, that weed of crime has borne bitter fruit. It just feels rotten. It feels like rotting kudzu. He part of the Republican, a Republican, Mims, not a mullet on McGann. Thank you. On McGann. Oh no, he's just got the long hair. Yeah. I'll share this. he just has the that big long hair. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Anyway, that's him. Yep. Okay. So he's a part of the rot. Knight of Wands. He fought for the Trump cause, the Emperor's cause. Corrupt. Blowing off justice. Three of Wands again for Trump. Republicans, if there are hearings, Republicans will try to protect him. I don't know how useful he's going to be. He was part of such corruption, but all of this energy is him and the Republicans and Trump. There's no Democratic energy here at all. So I don't know that they're going to get up, be able to uncover very much that's useful. Mims says McGann is a dyed-in-the-wool Republican conservative deep in the Federalist Society. Oh. Yeah, Kashmir was Trump's lawyer. Yeah. All right, let me see if I can get any more information. So are you going to be useful in any way, shape, or form? Honest, useful. No, honesty is what you say it is. Bell saying, yeah, he's an obstructionist. Ace of Pentacles. Republicans are going to protect him. But they aren't in charge of things. And we'll see it. I think he's there's I don't know how much good he's going to be. I'm not getting him being useful. But he absolutely should get into trouble. Will he get into trouble for not cooperating, not doing what he should be doing? Will he actually face some kind of legal blowback? The Trump victory. McGann, oh, that's some worry. That's Trump bullying. You do what you want to do, but it leads to a lot of legal worry and legal heartache. Don McGann, are you looking at... I don't know. I have trouble believing Democrats would actually finally grow some teeth and hold people accountable. Are you actually going to be held accountable for not working with who you should and maybe some other things you did? Ace of Swords, Sword of Truth. I am surprised. I am downright shocked. Knight of Cups. Justice. Okay, what is this? What is this? Reasonableness. Democrats protecting the realm. Actual justice. Because they're in charge now. Are the Democrats going to grow some teeth? Really? I'll take it. All right. Well, I don't know. I got quite a few questions answered today, but not all of them. But anyway, I'll be back tomorrow. I'm here every single day of the year. Holidays, weekends, weekdays, you name it. I'm here to take your questions. Okay. So tune in tomorrow for another 12 questions at 12 o'clock Chicago time. Still can't read it very well, but that says Chicago. That's where I am. So I hope you have a great rest of your day. You're not alone. There are not only good days coming, there are interesting days coming too. All right, hang in there. And thank you. Thank you for everything. Thank you to our moderators. Thank you for the super chats. All right, take care, and I will see you tomorrow.